All right, let's just jump right in. We are talking about a tool that, let's be honest, pretty much runs the modern world. I mean, it's on almost every single office computer out there, but today we're going to explore what happens when you give that tool a brain. This is all about the future of the spreadsheet. Excel meets AI. You know, for so many of us, Excel isn't just another program. It's the absolute foundation of a project, right? It's the single source of truth for a budget, the canvas for some seriously complex financial models. It's basically the universal language of data, and we all speak it. And this is the question that changes absolutely everything. What if your spreadsheet could go beyond just, adding up numbers? What if it could actually understand context, predict what's coming next, and even help guide your decisions? That is the game-changing potential we are unpacking today. So first, let's get our bearings. Let's talk about the Excel we all know. That powerful, super reliable foundation for all things data that's been our workhorse for, well, decades. Okay, now, let's bring in its new partner. And listen, this is not about replacing Excel, not at all. Think of it as a catalyst, something that just supercharges the power that's already there. So what in the world is AI integration anyway? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's about embedding artificial intelligence right into the spreadsheet itself. The key thing to get here is that this isn't some crazy separate program you have to learn. It just expands what Excel can already do, making it way smarter, way faster, and, even predictive. Now, you're probably thinking this sounds incredibly complicated, right? Something only for data scientists who've been coding for years. But the reality? It's actually way more accessible than you'd think. Honestly, it boils down to a process that's surprisingly simple. You just start with your data, the same way you always do. But then, instead of writing some monster formula, you just choose an AI model that fits what you're trying to do, like forecasting or summarizing. And then boom, you get instant insights. All the heavy lifting, all that complicated stuff, it's all handled behind the scenes. You're just left with the good stuff, the results. Okay, this is where it gets really, really exciting. Let's move past the theory and talk about the real-world superpowers this whole thing unlocks in your day-to-day work. Just think about the contrast here. The old way, it meant hours of just tedious manual work, right? Cleaning up messy data, wrestling with VLOOKUPs that just won't cooperate. The AI way, it's instant. This is a massive shift from manually hunting for insights to having them just generated for you. Sometimes all it takes is asking a simple question in plain English. And the possibilities this unlocks are just huge. We're talking about making data science accessible to everyone. You could automatically forecast next quarter's sales with incredible accuracy, something that used to require a specialist. Or instead of wrestling with a pivot table, you can just type, "Show me the sales trends for Q3 by region," and just watch the chart pop up. The AI can take a massive data set and summarize it into a few key points, spot a weird number that you might have missed, or even analyze thousands of customer reviews to figure out how people are feeling in seconds. So, what does this all mean when you put it together? We are literally watching the future of data unfold. A future that goes way beyond just boring old rows and columns, and into a whole new world of dynamic intelligence. And this is the core idea to hang on to. The goal here is enhancement, not replacement. It's all about taking that fundamental power of Excel we already depend on and just cranking it up to 11 with the power of AI. I absolutely love this analogy. Your spreadsheet is changing from a passive tool, just a calculator that waits for your commands, into an active co-pilot that's right there with you. It's there to handle the tricky navigation, to spot things on the horizon you might miss, and ultimately, to help you get to your destination, that key insight, way faster and more safely than ever before. So look, the technology is here. It's ready, and it is evolving like crazy. The tool that has defined data analysis for an entire generation is getting its biggest upgrade in history. Your spreadsheet is ready for it. The only question left is, are you?